Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Good. Today we will continue our chapter, that is chapter 2, basic concepts of economics. So first we will discuss about classification of goods and services. So first one is economic and non-economic goods. Economic goods are those goods which are produced by scarce resources and are capable of satisfying human wants. For example, food, clothing, etc. Now, non-economic goods are those goods which do not possess any economic value or price because they are available in unlimited quantity. For example, air, sunshine, water, etc. Now, next one is material goods and non-material goods. Material goods are those goods which have some shape, which can be seen and touched and can be transported. They are tangible. Example, shirts, pencils, car, etc. Non-material goods do not have any physical characteristics. They are intangible. For example, doctor, lawyers, teachers and their services. Next one is intermediate and final goods. Intermediate goods are those goods which are further processed before they are sold to the consumers. For example, flour used in making bread, bricks, cements and iron used in constructing houses and factories, etc. Final goods are those goods which are sold to the final users during a year. For example, car, refrigerators, clothes, etc. Next one is consumer goods and producer goods. Consumer goods are those goods which satisfy the wants of the consumers directly. For example, foodstuffs, shirts, pens, etc. Producer goods are those goods which help in the production of the goods in the future production process. For example, machinery, tools, equipments, etc. Next, last one is single use and durable use goods. Single use goods are those goods which are used in a single act of consumption or investment. For example, milk, bread, food grains, etc. Durable use goods are those goods which can be used repeatedly in consumption or production over a considerable period of time. For example, television sets, clothes, shoes, etc. Now, our next topic is utility. So, what is utility? Utility refers to the wants, power of a commodity. It is the ability or capacity of a commodity to satisfy human wants. For example, bread has the power to satisfy hunger. So, now we will discuss about characteristics of utility. So, first one is utility is subjective. Utility is subjective. It cannot be observed and identified. Utility is measurable. It cannot be measured in objective terms. It is observed always in subjective way. Now, next one is utility is different from usefulness. Utility should not confused with the usefulness. The two are different. A commodity may possess utility even though it may not be useful. For example, liquor may have harmful effect, but even then liquor has utility so long as it satisfies the desire of a drinker. Now, next one is utility is relative. Utility is not absolute but relative in view of its subjective nature. It is relative to a person's need. Now, next topic is no moral or legal connotation. Utility has no moral, ethical or legal implications. It is neutral between good and bad, between useful and harmful. Now, our next topic is production. So, tell me, what is a production? Yes, if any activity that makes an object useful is called production. And who is producer? Yes, anyone who helps to make goods or services is called a producer. So in easy way we can say that the act of making goods and providing services is called production in economics. There are some factors of production. So it is categorized in 4 groups. First one is land, second labor, third capital, and fourth enterprise. So land is a gift of nature, such as agricultural land, forests, minerals, etc., which are commonly called natural resources. And labor is the human effort, both physical and mental, involved in the process of production. And capital is a man-made or produced means of production which are used to produce other valuable goods and services in future. And enterprise is an entrepreneur is the one who organizes production, takes important decisions regarding production, and bears the risk and uncertainty involved in production. Now, our next topic is price. So, what is a price? The price of a commodity is the amount of money that one must pay to get this commodity. For example, if you are going to purchase a shirt and its price is ₹1000, it means that we have to pay ₹1000 to get this shirt. Prices are essence of a free enterprise economy. And what is price equilibrium? Equilibrium price is the price at which quantity demanded equal quantity supplied. Competition among the buyers and the sellers ensures that the price is ultimately settled at the equilibrium level. Now, our next topic is market. And what is a market? In the term market in economics is used to mean a system or arrangement by which buyers and sellers of a commodity are able to interact and communicate with each other to determine the price and the quantity to be bought and sold. There are 2 distinguishing facts about a market so defined. First one is the market need not be located at a particular place. The geographical area of a market may be large or small. It may be a small market like a local market, or as large as the world market like world market for computers, aeroplanes, etc. And second one is buyers and sellers may not have personal contact with each other. The deals can be made through correspondence, telephones, online, etc. So there are 2 types of market. First one is product or good market. Second one is a factor market. Good market is the market where goods and services are bought and sold. And factor market are those markets where factor services are bought and sold. So students, after seeing this video, go through the chapter, underline the important points and learn it. So thank you and take care.